Whoa. There are two reasons why self-management is vitally important as a leader, or essentially for any person. We are faced with two serious constraints in life. Number one, life is short, our time is scarce. Number two, we have a very limited brain capacity. Let me explain how these constraints play out. Number one, life is short. Time is scarce. So we currently have the option to engage in essentially an infinite number of activities. We've never had such a large variety of options to do sports, social activities, career. You could do any job you want, You could do any kind of sport you have access to, and you could take up any hobby you want. We have access to so many things. Now, the problem here is the more activities you take up, the less time you can invest in each of the activities. If you started with 4 activities every week, you could invest so much into each of the activities. Now, if you add another 4 activities into your weekly schedule, you can only invest half of that original time into each of the activities. The problem here is that the more activities you take, the more you reduce the chance of becoming an expert in any of the activities, the skills, because you have less time to invest in them. And as a leader, you want to be an expert, one of the best, or don't have to be, but exceptionally good at whatever activity you are leading in, right? You want to be very knowledgeable. But if you're juggling too many activities, the rate of you dominating that game goes down. Okay, that's time is short, so we need to allocate our time basically to a few things that we want to be really good at. Constraint number 2, our brain capacity is very limited. Last week in the self-discovery workshop, we talked about value hierarchies. And value hierarchies indicate that which you focus on and pay attention to. For example, there is a famous gorilla basketball experiment. I'm sure some of you know it. Well, there's a video where you're supposed to watch, and you're supposed to focus on a single thing, and whatever else is going on in that video essentially goes unnoticed. You don't even realize it happens. And it goes to show that which you focus on, you pay attention to, yet that which you're not valuing, you don't even realize it's there. So if you're valuing bad things, suboptimal things, then you are incurring a large opportunity cost, because whatever else you're not focusing on, you don't notice. And if those are important things you're not noticing, you will pay for it, and that is costly. Okay, so Warren Buffett came up with a solution, a best way to navigate through life, taking these two constraints into account. Warren Buffett is one of the most successful investors of human history, I would say. He created the 5-25 rule. He said the following. We're going to do this exercise now together with a 5-25 rule. So you can download the PDF from Canvas on top 10 goals, and I want you to write down now. Well, it's a paper with a list of goals you write down, and then top 3 goals. So I want you to first write down 10 goals you want to achieve in your life. They can be whatever you want, whatever you desire. Take 10 minutes to think about the 10 goals you want to achieve in your life. You can also take more time, just make sure you have 10. Pause this video now to do that exercise. Write down your top 10 goals for life, whatever you want. Now that you have your top 10 goals, I want you to rank them based on importance. Which ones are most important to you? Then I want you to take the top 3 of your goals, the most important to you, the top 3, and write them next to the list of top 10 goals as the top 3 goals on the right, on the side. So what Warren Buffett said was, you should write out your top 25 goals you want to achieve in life. And of course, we don't have time for that now, but you can do that if you want also. Your top 25 goals. And then, once you've done that, you should rank them based on importance, which are most important to you. Then you should take the top 5 goals and you should cut the rest and only focus on those top 5 goals, because you do not have time and the brain capacity to juggle 25 goals, because you are not likely to achieve all of those goals, or any of them actually, because you're juggling too much and you don't have enough time to allocate and invest in striving for your most important goals. You're juggling too much. All right. So your top 3 goals now will guide you for the rest of this self-management workshop and the Leadership Academy also. These are very important. And what's really essential here is that your goals are based on importance to you. They must be important to you. And the thing is, yeah, it would be cool to learn to play the guitar. It would be cool to learn another 2 languages, but how important is it to you? Because if it's not important, it's not of highest priority, you will not stick through with it. You will lose motivation and discipline after a time. And that's the problem with juggling too many activities. You're doing too much of which you don't fully care about, and you won't be as motivated, you won't pull through with it. So they need to be important to you, or else they will not sustain you through struggles, and yes, so they need to be vital to you. Choose your goals carefully. Make sure they're important to you and focus on them. Don't focus on other stuff because you don't have time, because the chance of you achieving your goals will go down then. Yes, that's Warren Buffett's 5-25 rule. See you in the next video. Boom.